All right, backwards hat day here on PTM. What's up?
Well, half of us
for you.
Backwards hat. Yeah.
For you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You hiding that Nets hat for some reason? Did you not want to display that logo?
Look at the NBA logo.
There we go.
Yeah, big game for the Nets tonight. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about Buddy Hield first, man.
Yeah, we need to. The man of our dreams.
Right? He came to us. Well, really me, but we're a team here, so. And,
What's you is me.
And he said, I'm going to score a lot of points. And what did he do? He put up 31 against the Knicks.
Is that his most all season?
I would assume so. I wasn't really sure how to, without going through years of logs, look up what his career high was, but
he's definitely had more than that in his career. But
yeah, 3-point shooters can put up good games. So, but anyway, that you got a little
5-1 ticket cashed, my friend.
Cash. That's a 1,000 plus 1,000 followed up by a plus 500.
Yep.
We're really on a good track this week. And overall, we went 2-1 last night, right? With the Trey push.
We did. Trey got scratched, so
a winning night all around.
And we need some more dreams from you because I'm checking now, and that was his highest output of the season thus far.
Oh, definitely the season. Yeah. I told my wife about that before bed, and I was hoping that I would go to sleep and have another vision, but it didn't come last night. You can't force it.
I thought you were gonna say she said maybe you want to have a dream about me or something,
right?
Not
right. Why are you dreaming about grown men?
Yes.
It's all good, man.
Yeah, it is. Good. This is what we do.
It's Buddy. All right, so let's move on to tonight. Anything else you want to? Oh,
no, what?
I have a little fun fact. So I saw an article this morning that said the Spurs are set to break a record for attendance on Friday's game.
Attendance?
Yeah, so that was my immediate reaction. I clicked the link and I thought it was going to say the Spurs are going to have 1,000 people in attendance.
Yeah,
but they're actually they're set to have 63,592 people. That's how many tickets have been sold to the Warriors game, Warriors-Spurs Friday night. So they're playing in the Alamo Dome for some reason.
Oh, cool.
And it's going to break the record for a regular season game. So,
oh, wow, that's cool.
Just a little thing to think about. Lots of fans in attendance. It sounds like a Steph performance.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Coming up. So.
Nice. I also heard something. There's going to be some NBA games in Paris coming up so soon. Yeah, it's interesting.
Hopefully we got Rudy over there.
Rudy Gobert.
And last storyline, which I think we might cover in a few minutes, but I'll tease it. So LeBron is 35 points away from 38,000 points.
Oh, this could be the game.
So he's still, once he gets there, he's another 300 and something points away from breaking Kareem's record. But this is the last big milestone before he breaks the record. So
could happen against Luka tonight. Could
happen, and history says he likes to play when he's going up against the Mavs. So
yeah,
we'll cover that in a minute. Anything else before we start?
Anything else before we start? No. It was just it was a nice night. It was nice when Ja clears nice and early, 12 points and early in the first quarter and a third quarter cash. He was I watched most of that game. It was he's so fun to watch.
Yeah. So, there was some story about I was reading about some girl that at the game who's she brought a basketball to the game.
Mm-hmm.
And for years, and was getting all the Grizzly players to sign it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other day, a bunch of random adults stole the ball from her. So
really,
yeah. So anyway, so then you'll see that there are clips of Ja after the game giving her a pair of sneakers and a signed jersey and stuff like that.
He's awesome. Such a good guy.
He's a good guy. I don't know. That whole story seems very questionable. I'm thinking it might be.
Do you think that ball is like in her attic somewhere?
Yeah,
it got stolen.
I think they might have. I think it's going to come out.
Slandering on the podcast.
You don't like that? You just like the feel-good
I like a
stories?
good conspiracy theory. That's good.
Anyway, all right. Enough bashing.
I got one more question for you while we're on Ja here. Have you ever tried to do the gritty?
Yeah, for sure.
It's hard. Did you have a easy time doing it?
It's not meant for 40-year-old men,
especially white men.
You see, Mike Gesicki, when he scored, he tried to do the in football and the Dolphins. He tried.
Oh no, I didn't.
That was really brutal. So there's people that are like really good at it. What's the guy on Jefferson on the Vikings?
Oh, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, he's very good at it.
Yeah, you need to have rhythm to do it. It's like I don't know. You got it or you don't. I don't got it.
So are you offering to show us?
Let me practice a few more days.
Okay, maybe
this came up. My son came home from school the other day and asked me if I could do the gritty. I said, "How'd you learn about the gritty?" I guess they were talking about it in school.
Oh no, it's very, very popular amongst
yeah
the young kids. So
yeah. All
right, we'll see. We'll see you try that maybe next week.
I'm going to practice. All right, I'll let you know when I'm ready.
All right, let's before we spiral into nothingness, let's kick it off with the first game. 6 games tonight. We're going to cover 5. We're skipping over the Bucks game just because there weren't a lot of props out on that one. But first game, 7 p.m. We got the Thunder at the 76ers. Thunder are 18-23. Sixers are 25-15. Sixers are really good at home. They're 17-6 at home. So that's why the line on this game is -10. These two teams did play earlier this season. Might have even been New Year's Eve.
They played. Yeah, it was New Year's Eve.
Right, 115-96. The Sixers crushed that one. Tobias Harris had a big game, 23-9. Embiid actually had a triple-double in that game.
Yep.
And Giddey was the top point scorer. SGA did not have a good game. Giddey had 20-9. So the total is 233. And what do you got?
I don't know. I take that game with a little bit of a grain of salt. I feel like New Year's Eve game, guys' minds are elsewhere. You know.
Yeah, and also Harden didn't play in that game.
Harden was not back.
Yeah, so that definitely has an impact on like Harris's numbers, and also Embiid's. Right, Embiid's not getting 10 assists with Harden in the game. So
correct. All right, matchup wise, we could look at Wings against OKC. We know. And Philly, nothing great, but combo guards are a place that's had the most success. So, do you have any straight lines for this game? Like anything you really liked? Because I couldn't find anything I really liked, but I have a couple parlays I put together.
The only straight line I pulled was Harden's rebounds.
Rebounds, okay.
Yeah. So. He, let's see, 6.5 rebounds was plus 100. I also liked his rebounds and assists, which was 16.5 at minus 125. His last 3 games, he has had 18, 22, and 27. So crushing that 17 mark. But and then over his last 10, he's hit that in 6 out of 10. So that was kind of what I was leaning towards. I also was somewhat biased by your early morning post leaning towards Harden. So
yeah,
what do you like?
So I feel like I want to run back the 20-8 on Harden here that we had last week.
Yeah,
it's plus 106. 20 is a number that pops up a lot for him. He's done it in his last 7 of 8, and the 8 assists he's done in 15 straight games. So it's plus 106. I really like this. We cashed it last week. I kind of want to run it back.
Yeah, when we played it last week, though, we threw 2 3-pointers in there as well, just to get it to
plus money, but now it's plus money without that.
Yeah, you don't even need that. So
yeah,
that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I like that. I also, to stay on the Philly side, Embiid. So you noted he had the triple-double on New Year's Eve, but take that with a grain of salt. I put together a parlay on him of 30 points and 10 rebounds. He's done it, the points, he's done in 13 of 18 home games. And the rebounds, he's done in 14 of 18 home games. And it's plus 112 to put those two together. I think he's got a pretty good shot at 10 rebounds tonight against this OKC team. I mean, they have nobody big enough to guard him.
He had 13 rebounds in the prior game.
Yeah.
His rebounding line was only 10.5 by itself, too. I considered that one as well.
Yeah.
But he's more of like an 8 or 9 rebound guy, typically. So,
yeah, don't love this. And then on the OKC side, I feel like this is a bounce back game here for SGA. So I put together a parlay of for him of 25 points, which is he's done in 9 of 10, 4 rebounds, which he's done in 7 of 10, and 4 assists, which he's done in 9 of 10, and that's plus 150.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I couldn't find no single straight up prop was calling to me in this game. So this is what I got.
I don't personally love playing anybody on the Thunder side against the Sixers at home. I think the Sixers play some good lockdown D. So, all right. So that is not a compelling set of offers there. Sounds like they all come with some question marks.
I don't mind the Harden one though. The 20 and 8 on Harden. I think in a pretty good matchup for him against his old team. I do like, of the three, for sure that one is my favorite.
So you like Harden the best.
Yeah.
Especially since he didn't play in the prior matchup.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's his old team. I forgot.
Yeah.
He's played for quite a few teams now.
Yeah.
All right. The matchup of the night, 7:30 p.m. Celtics at the Nets. This is the TNT game. These are two of your hotter teams in the league. You got the Celtics at 30-12, the Nets at 27-13. Nets are really good at home. 13-5 at home. The Celtics are also really good on the road, so that probably neutralizes that. Nets are getting 3 points at home. Obviously, the big story here is Durant is out, which makes this game not quite as exciting. But I think the Nets will make it competitive. The Sharps are on the Nets plus 3 and under 226.5.
Really?
Yeah, right? Like it kind of feels like the Celtics should win this by like 20.
I think so. I really kind of steered clear of this game. I just, with so much in flux, Durant plays so many minutes for them. He does so much. He's playing some of the best defense of his career. He's just, I don't know what to expect. And he hasn't missed many games this season, right? So I don't really know what to expect of a Nets team without Kevin Durant.
Yeah, it was funny. I was looking up how players performed without Durant in the game. So I looked up Royce O'Neal.
Yeah.
And I looked up Ben Simmons.
Like
neither of them
off stats or games he missed.
Games he missed.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
And neither of them have actually played in a game for the Nets without Durant, because I think the only game Durant sat out this year was the game where they rested everybody.
Okay.
Remember
I don't remember him being out at all.
So this will be Ben Simmons' first game playing without Durant. This will be, Royce O'Neal's first game. Kyrie and Claxton obviously have experience playing without him. I mean, Kyrie's gonna, try to score 50 points tonight.
But he ain't. He ain't getting there.
Without Durant on the court, that's
without Durant, there's a lot of attention that could be paid to Kyrie. I think Marcus Smart is back this game.
Yeah, is he?
That's what I heard Brian Scalabrine say on the Sirius NBA radio this morning. So I think, I don't know. I'm avoiding this. I kind of feel like a Kyrie under is the play here for some reason. But who I'm on tonight? He's no lines out yet. TJ Warren is going to have a game today. I think this is his breakout game.
He could. Yeah, he could. He's been
it's a good
playing
matchup.
Pretty well.
He's big wing, and that's the prime matchup against Boston over the last month. So I I loved it if Durant was playing, but without him, I think I'm leaning TJ. So I want to see his lines come out later. I think that is the play here.
Okay. Yeah. Just looking at the previous matchup, the Celtics won that 103-92. Kyrie didn't play in that game. Brown scored 34 points in that game. Tatum had 29. And Brogdon actually had a pretty good game, 13, 8, and 8. So
I just think they, that the NBA show is with it's Brian Scalabrine and Frank Isola, and he does the Nets games for Yes. So he's tapped in, and he was saying TJ Warren's going to get all the minutes he can play tonight, and I don't know. That's why I'm on this, and I got nothing on the Boston side.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. I struggled. I came to this game first, couldn't find anything. Came back to it, couldn't find anything. Eventually, I looked at kind of something similar to what we did the other night. Tatum and Brown, 25 each, is minus 101.
Oh, okay.
Not bad. I mean, I think Tatum's a lock to get 25.
Yeah.
So then it's really a question of whether or not Brown will. If you throw Kyrie into that mix, the three of them getting 25 is plus 168. So, again, I'm not in love with it. I'd probably leave Kyrie out.
I would leave Kyrie out. I actually don't mind it with the Tatum and Brown 25.
Tatum and Brown. Maybe take Brown down a couple points.
Yeah.
He's weird, though. He either gets like 30 or he gets like
16.
19 or something.
Yeah,
so he's... but he did have a big game against him last time, so...
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Got the Hornets at the Raptors, another 7:30 game. These teams are running it back from a couple nights ago. Hornets are 11-31, and the Raptors are 18-23. That game was a really high scoring game. 132 to 120. The Raptors won. Our boy Plumlee had 21 points. LaMelo had 24 points and 14 assists, and Terry Rozier had 33 points. On the Raptors side, Siakam led the scoring with 28 points. Gary Trent Jr. had 24 points, and OG had 22. PJ
Washington had 9 in the first quarter. 13 on the game.
Yeah, this one brings back some bad memories. So I'm curious to see if either of us run back our prior plays. But anyway, so Raptors are -8. Sharps are on the Raptors again, which kind of makes sense. And over 231.5.
All right.
What do you like here?
So we chatted about this game, obviously, back on Tuesday. So it's fresh. Just to go over the matchups again, Charlotte, bigs, and wings are who we could target against Charlotte, and forwards against Toronto. So I am running PJ Washington back here, 13.5 points. It's -110.
That's a point lower than it was last time, right? Wasn't it 14.5?
It was 14.5 last time.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Okay.
And I like this trend. So that you look at his last 6 games, he scored 24, 22, then he went down to 14. Then the next game, 23, 22, and then back down to 13 that game on Tuesday. So I have a feeling he's going to go back up to 20. And I think 20-plus points at plus 460 is a great value play tonight on somebody who's been hot, had an off game last game, playing the same team again. I think that might be a nice little big boy grilling on the roof play for today.
That I think that's got to be it.
Yeah. So right. That was all I had on the Charlotte side. You have anything on Charlotte?
Yeah,
you're running Mason back.
I'm not. I just wanted to at least present the stats, and then you guys can figure out what you want to do. Yeah, Plumlee 13.5 points, so that's up significantly. I think his point line from the other day was like 11.5 or something like that, but he still hit that in 7 of his last 10 games. Here are his last 6 games. 22, 18, 7, 17, 18, and 21. So he's crushing 14 points other than that one game in the middle. So it's a logical play. I just know it's like totally chasing what I missed the other day. So I'm going to lay off of it. But Definitely worth looking at.
All right. Yeah, definitely worth looking at, and I could see it happening again for sure. But
I mean, they're horrendous at defending the center position. I know we talked a little bit about it, but I think they were ranked like 30th or something in the league. So
Toronto, yeah,
he's going to continue to feast there. But
yeah.
All right, go ahead. What do you got on the Raptors side?
So Raptors side, I'm going to go with Gary Trent here. It's a good matchup for him. It's 19.5 points, minus 115. He's done in his last 7 of 8 games. And like you just mentioned earlier, 24 against Charlotte on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Not going to dig too much more into it. I think it's nice. I think you could juice it up also with some threes because that's how he scores for the most part. So if you didn't like the minus 115 and wanted to put this with 2 threes or 3 threes, be my guest.
Yeah. We posted a little correlation analysis between points and threes yesterday, only for 40-point scorers. But we certainly should look at a guy like Gary Trent.
I was going to ask you if the 35-point correlation analysis was ready yet, because I think this might be one to look at, Mr. Gary Trent.
Yeah, I would even be curious what 20 points is. Like when he hits 20 points,
yeah.
Does he always get 3 threes or 4 threes? Like,
yes,
he does most of his scoring. So we'll take a look at that later.
And I would suggest check out the Twitter feed. It's that's gold that Dave's posting up there, this correlation analysis for fellow bettors. So, yeah, pretty interesting stuff to check out.
We're just trying to prove to you that there's some math behind the what we spew out here.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I liked kind of an odd one, but I just felt like since these two teams played the other day, we didn't have much success in the game. I wanted to find something new, so I liked Fred VanVleet over 4.5 rebounds.
Okay.
Which sounds weird. That's like the last stat you'd think of for him, but he's done it in 6 of his last 10 games. His last 4 games, he seems to have like really hit some new gear. 8, 8, 6, and 7. Those 7 were against Charlotte. So I think I continue to play this one till he bucks the trend.
Nice.
So 5 rebounds for Fred, minus 115.
Nice.
All right.
Like that. Oh, yeah, look at that. 8, 8, 6, and 7. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. All right. Nice.
All right, let's move on to the second TNT game, 10 p.m. Mavs versus the Lakers. Lakers are getting 3 points at home. Sharps are on the Mavs. Mavs are 23-19, so decent overall record, but pretty poor on the road, 7-13 away. Lakers are 19-22. These two teams played on Christmas Day. The Mavs won that game 124-115. LeBron had 38. That was the big performance on the Lakers side, and then on the Mavericks side, Wood had 30. Hardaway had 26 with 6 threes. Also a good correlation guy to look at, and Luka had 32, 9, and 9. So obviously the big storyline here is just LeBron and trying to get those 35 points for 38,000.
Yeah. Do you know that game on Christmas Day? AD was out of the lineup, right?
Yeah, he didn't play that day.
Yeah. Okay.
He's been out since around like the 16th, I think, of December.
All right.
During which time LeBron is averaging like 34 points a game or something. So his line was what, 32.5 in this game or something?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think so.
Really high, but knowing that he's probably got his eyes set on hitting 35, that seems like
Luka's at 34.5, LeBron's at 32.5.
That's insane, right?
So, yeah. So that actually leads right into my first play. Actually, let me go over the matchups real quick. You could do were you finished with the
I'm done.
Game stuff? You're done? Okay. Dallas, wings against Dallas are where we can look, and then forwards and point guards against the Lakers. So, just going off that LeBron and Luka points lines tonight, I think this one didn't take too much thinking, which is sometimes good. Luka 30 and LeBron 30, minus 106. I think that's
crazy that two 30-point scores parlayed together is minus odds.
It is. But you're almost at even money, and don't they both get there tonight? Don't they both score 30 points tonight?
I mean, Luka for sure. He doesn't really go under 30 very often.
Yeah, except in the last game they played.
No, he had 32.
Oh, he had. Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah, 32, 9, and 9. So.
Oh, all right, nice.
Yeah, so they both did it in the previous matchup.
LeBron had 38. That's right. I don't know why I thought he had 26.
Okay. So I think that's good. It just feels like you should get more for that, but
that's why it feels very good, and you're getting even money for it. So I think because I don't know to just bet either of them the straight line, it's just so high. I feel like I don't know. I just feel more comfortable at 30, but So that's all I had for either of those guys. And then the one other matchup I really like in here, and it played out in the last game, was Christian Wood.
Yeah.
His last 3 games against the Lakers, he's put up 30, 22, and 26 points. It dates back to last season, but obviously solid performance against the Lakers there. Just of note that I thought was interesting, he had 7 assists in that last game against the Lakers. And then the 3 previous games, he had 3, 3, and 2, which is good for him. His line's 1.5 on assists. So that got me thinking, and he gets some rebounds, but not crazy. Could a par play on Christian Wood here be the play? So I looked, he had 30 points, right, in the last game that they played. His par tonight is 31.5, right? Mm-hmm. He had 45 in that game against the Lakers on Christmas Day. He's cleared this line 31.5 par in 5 of his last 8 games. So pretty good numbers there. It's minus 115. I'm feeling like I don't know. This might be the way to go here.
You're not instilling a lot of confidence with your delivery there. Do you love it or you don't love it?
Do I love it or I don't love it? I don't love it.
Okay. So we like that. We like
it. We like it.
Yeah.
He's burned me a few too many times to be super confident in it. Like I don't, he's one of those guys I don't trust. You don't trust him the way you trust Luka. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I don't know what's up, but I think as we're getting closer to the second half of the season, I think managers are being super cautious with players right now. Mm-hmm. Guy feels a little tightness and they pull him out of the game. I feel like he's got a history of being a guy who just will disappear from a game for some non-existent injury. So, but yeah. I mean, he's a good case to go with the par. So I like the play. I don't love it as well,
it's a good. I mean, the bigs and forwards versus the Lakers, especially since AD's been out, have been playing really well. So it's definitely a one of the premier matchups in this game. So from that standpoint, yeah. But I think if I had to pick between the two, I'd probably go with this Luka and LeBron 30-30 from this game.
Okay, I got 2 others to offer up. Westbrook, I think, is worth looking at as well. 16.5 points, minus 113. 6 of his last 10, but in his last 4, he's put up 21, 18, 23, and 25. So he had against the Mavs, he had 17. So that's kind of where the 16.5 line comes from. Mm-hmm. So I think he's a potentially good play. I also liked. I know you hate unders, and I especially hate unders on this guy, but LeBron's rebound line I think is excessively high. 8.5 rebounds. So I kind of liked his under rebound line at minus 135 under 8.5. He's only crossed this in 35% of the games this year. And when he played Dallas, he only had 6 rebounds. So I don't know why they have his rebound line set so high in this game. I also think that the reason why he only
score.
Yeah, the reason why he had 6 rebounds in that game was he scored 38 points. So I think the same thing is going to happen tonight. I think his focus is going to be on scoring.
I think that's good. It's nice to like you've mentioned before. You talk out the game script, like what's going to happen here in this game, and bet accordingly. So you know how I feel about unders, but yeah, I see that. I see where your head's at there, and I like it.
Yeah, but under on rebounding is
who cares?
It's like promoting scoring. So
yeah, that's true.
You know,
that's true.
I'm trying to find
a good
the
way to look at it. It's a glass half full way to look at it, Dave.
Right. If nobody misses a shot, there'll be no rebounds in the game.
This is true. It's true.
All right. Anything else on this one?
No, that's it.
All right. Last one, we got the Cavs 10 p.m. game at the Blazers. Cavs are 26-16, 8-12 on the road. So as much as everybody's high on the Cavs this year, I think they have a major weakness playing away from home, and that's not going to bode well for them in the playoffs. So they got to figure that out. Blazers are struggling. It started off hot, but it's just been kind of floundering. 19-21 on the season. Blazers getting 3 in the game. The Sharps are on the Cavs, -3 and over 220.5. So this is the lowest scoring of the games that we covered.
Right.
I know who you're picking in this game.
Yeah.
I independently picked them too.
Okay. I wonder if we got on the same play on him though.
All right, let's see what you got.
All right, so Cleveland, not a great team to go up against, but combo guards are the one having the most success, and then point guards against the Portland Trailblazers. So that's where I went. Darius Garland.
Yep.
Last game against Portland, 24 points and 12 assists, and 4 threes made. I landed on his assist line.
Really?
Yes.
What was 7.5? I think
7.5, and it's plus 110. He's done in his last 7 of 10 games, but not in his last 2 games. I feel like he's due. He is the point guard, even more so than he was last year for this team. This is his role now to distribute and play make. So yeah, in a primo matchup, in a game against this team where he had 12 assists in the previous time they met, I like that. I also like Darius Garland's threes, but the reason I went with the assists is because his line on threes is it's minus 190 for over 1.5 threes. So yeah. I wouldn't mind putting these two together. He's also, in the last 3 times he's played Portland, he's had 4, 5, and 5 threes. And he's had over 1.5 threes in his last 7 of 10 games as well. So I like that. I just don't like the juice you got to pay on it. But maybe put those two together or something. I don't know.
Yeah. That might be the missing piece that I was looking for. So I really liked his assist, but I was looking for like a lock on the assist. So I took his assist down to 6 assists.
Yeah.
Which he's done in 88% of the game. So that's almost a lock, especially against a good matchup.
Yeah.
But that's minus 330. But I bet if you put that 6 assists along with 2 threes together, you get somewhere near plus 100.
Yeah.
So,
I tried 15 points and 6 assists on him, and it was like minus 150 or something like that. It wasn't good. So I also played around with that as well.
Let me see what that is. I was looking at 6 assists, and I was thinking to put it with like 17 or 18 points, but couldn't do that yet.
Yeah. Yeah. We were exactly the same here. The 17, 18 points is where you want him at. The 6 assists is super comfortable. And attack on those 2 threes. That might be the way to go.
Let's see.
We did this a lot last year, if you remember. Darius Garland and Terry Rozier were 2 guys that we were playing these adjusted parlays and hitting. Yeah.
All right, so we got you're right. We got Garland 2 threes and 6 assists is minus 107.
Say it again.
2 threes.
Yeah.
6 assists minus 107.
Ooh.
Right.
Lock it up, David.
He has a lot of games. The only reason why there's value on the 1.5 threes is because he has a lot of games where he only has 1 3. But you're saying there's a favorable matchup.
Yeah.
If he scores 15 points, he's probably going to get 2 threes, is my guess. So
yeah.
If he scores 20 points, he's definitely getting 2 threes, which is his line. So I think that might be our play here.
I think
Two
so.
super
I think there's
high
something about
probability.
going into Portland for a guy like Garland who, playing against Dame, who wants to jack up some threes. So yeah, I like this for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe Mitchell takes a little break after his performance the other day.
So. I think so.
All right, cool. I think that does it. Did you have anybody else?
I have one on Portland.
Oh, you do have one more. Okay.
Yeah. So Simons, 3.5 assists. It's -120. He's averaging 5 assists over his last 5 home games, and if you break that out, his last 7 home games, he's had 7, 6, 1. But that was a game against Minnesota where he scored 31, so he wasn't looking to pass. Then 4, 7, 2, which was a game against Brooklyn where he only played 29 minutes, and he averages almost like 37 minutes a game, and then another 7. So if you take those 2 games out, his last 7 home games, 7, 6, 4, 7, 7, and it's only 3.5. It's -120. So I like that too.
That's not bad.
He's got nice splits home and away on the assists. For some reason at home he's distributing much more.
So you could also put that with Garland assists too. You could probably do 3 or 4 assists there and 6 assists there.
The assist parlay.
The assist parlay. But I don't know. When you're gonna do a parlay, I do kind of like keeping it, if possible, keeping it one player too.
Yeah.
Just because you risk you reduce the risk of kind of an injury. So
yeah.
Taking out your parlay. But anyway, all right. So that is good. That's good. We got through all 5 there.
Very nice.
Anything else?
I think that's it. We'll circle back and put our official plays together and get them posted up on the Twitter. And
on the Twitter.
The Twitter.
Okay.
All right. Nice work today, Dave.
All right. Bye.
Bye.